I'm going to be showcasing my Dark Magician Regenesis deck profile that we took to locals this past week. Dark Magic Attack.
First ball.
Let's cook Garrett. Alright guys, so we are back at it again with another deck profile. And as a lot of you guys know, and if you look at the beginning of our channel, the first videos that we had, I am a big Dark Magician guy. I really love Dark Magician, and disclaimer, this is not a Dark Magician deck. I am a purist when it comes to Dark Magicians. Like, it doesn't upset me to see lists that have another, like a lot of other things, but it's just tough to see that we don't get the support that we've been asking for the longest time. Like, I mean, it's crazy to think of the new support that is coming in the Tactical Tri-Pack. To realize that the best Dark Magician card in existence right now is Diabellstar. But yeah, I played with Dark Magician as much as I could, as I can. I took a Primite build to locals and did surprisingly pretty well. Like, we actually went undefeated that night. But this one, I had seen it when it was announced a number of months ago, and it was just intriguing to see that Regenesis interacts a lot with 2500 attack or defense monsters. And do you know that your boy is 2500 attack? The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense? We can't let that go, right? All right, so we are on a 42 card build. And honestly, we don't complain going second because this is a very control-y type of deck. It's very powerful when it gets going, and I think that can be said for any other deck. Like, if you get your resources, you are good, but I mean, it has a couple fallbacks as well, and we mostly want to see our Regenesis monsters, and having Dark Magician and another pieces of engine give us access to Dragoon every now and then. It's not guaranteed, but it was honestly a lot of fun to play this. Start off, we have a Rix, 2 Dark Magicians, and then we have a Rod. I have another normal summon here that's usually played at 3, but we just did one of each because I did find myself, like, in one game conflicting with the other normal summon, so it was either one or the other, and usually my other normal summon is pretty insane. But Rod is always good because it's our main search. 1 Illusion of Chaos to search, Magician Souls to bring out Dark Magician if we need him, to draw. It's pretty versatile, and it sends Dark Magician or any spellcaster level 6, and it's usually just Dark Magician for cost. So it can be interrupted on that side, and we have Dark Magician in our grave. Sure, it's vulnerable to bestials, but we do what we can get, right? Our other 2500 engine is Kashtira. So we have single Fenrir and 2 Unicorn. I usually play these at 3 and 3 and my pure Regenesis build, but for this purpose of being able to, like, turbo out Dark Magician as much as possible, or to have resources for Regenesis, the 3 on these were fine. All right, and now into our Regenesis package, standard as well as normal list that you can see online, but this one, and we will be showcasing Regenesis deck profile as well, and that has also gotten defeated, so it's pretty good. We got 3 Archfiends and a single one of every other name. 1 Warrior, 1 Sage, 1 Dragon, and a Lord. I'm surprised to see that a lot of lists are cutting Lord. Like, my pure Regenesis list, it's an OTK, so I usually try to go second with board breakers, and because my plan is to break your board, of course, like super poly your monsters and kill you, right? So Lord is really good because it's a very chunky monster that sets any Regenesis trap in a lot of the Regenesis, well, not traps, face downs. A lot of the Regenesis back rows are pretty insane. So that is for the Regenesis side. Then we have a couple bestials, Mag and Druisworm, pretty standard, more 2500s, and it gives us extension as well as a search and a send to grave. Our other normal summon, Ether Barrel. Like, this is a must at 3 and most Primites deck profiles. But like I said, we wanted to minimize our normal summons, and we wanted to have Rod as well. Our Dark Magician engine is very small, but we still wanted to have it in it to have access to Dragoon at some point or another. So Ether Barrel gives us access to the whole Primite engine, and if it gets hand trapped, I mean, that is just free free roam basically with your Regenesis stuff. And then must have 3 draw. Hits almost all decks. Very substantial, and it did win us some games against Mitsurugi, which was a pretty tough matchup. Then we have a couple lightning storms. I don't think I saw this once, maybe once, but it was a break at that point because my board was already established. But I mean, I didn't really need to draw to finish that game. And then we have 3 Regenesis, our search, vulnerable to draw as well. But I mean, if we already resolved Archfiend and did not get drolled for any reason, or if we're holding Archfiend with something else, this just adds us our Sage. Like, so if we get drolled at this point or at Archfiend, like we're golden because we have an Omni Negate and Chunky Bodies as well. We have 2 Soul Servants, which is arguably, and in my opinion, the best Dark Magician card in existence right now, without counting the new support that's coming out. I was playing this at 1, but I mean, we have 1 circle in the deck, so just increases our chances of hitting with circle, and also is our draw. Pretty powerful. On the Primite side, we have a single Drill Beam, 3 Lordy Load, and a Roar. So this opens up to special summon Dark Magician if we're not controlling him, protects him, and so does the special summoning with Lordy Load at any point, but it turns off all the effects of special summon monsters. So usually I like to see Roar. And honestly, the MVP of the night just doesn't go away. Super Poly. Super Poly, Super Poly. In my Regenesis pure build, in this Dark Magician build, it helped us bring out Dragoon, and it helped us clear boards and attack for game every single time. Broken card. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And it's untouched as well. So I mean, it's just been doing a lot for rogue decks and for any decks really. Like I mean, there's nothing you can do against Super Poly if you can resolve it. Rather have it in your hand because it's always going to resolve. They can't respond to it. Then we have 3 Code. This usually I activate in my opponent's turn, but regardless if I do activate it in my turn, like I don't need to go that often to the extra deck. So this allows me to special summon a Regenesis monster and gives us access to everything else if we got interrupted at any point, like in the Cachetera monsters and the Bestials. If we are like not holding Archfiend, we can special summon Archfiend and go off his effect. And this is really good because even though it locks you out of your extra deck, your cards don't go to the grave until your opponent's the end of your opponent's turn. And what's neat about this is that most of the Regenesis cards come back in your opponent's end phase. So if you resolve this and then the effect of this is sending your monsters to the grave, immediately you can activate their grave effect to return them to the hand, which is broken. And then we have a single circle. Saw it like once or twice, hit every time. Luckily, it was always either Rod, a Dark Magician, Vanilla, or a Soul Servant, which was insane. We did have a lot of luck in these duels, so yeah, not optimal at all. So don't play it if you want to win, but I don't know, luck sometimes just in your side. And the last 2 Cachetera spells, we have Birth and Pressure Planet, our search, and extra effects to banish 3 cards, and a destruction as well if we let something resolve on the Cachetera engine. And lastly, a single Birth. This card is insane. I usually play it at 2, but I wanted to keep the card count low, and I wanted to see other cards as well. There was a duel that I just did everything. All Regenesis, didn't see a lot of Dark Magician or Cachetera stuff, but just for the purpose of wanting to implement the cash stuff and the Dark Magician stuff mainly, we were running this at 1 because it's our book, and it sends a card to our Regenesis card to our graveyard, which allows us to get it back in our hand at the end of your opponent's phase. And also, the second effect in your opponent's turn, you can special summon as many Regenesis monsters that as you can from your hand or grave, which is insane as well. Like I mean, the recursion just never stops, and if you have a couple of resources already out, you are already in an overwhelming position against your opponent. So it's pretty difficult to out. Now moving into the extra deck, we have a Blackluster Soldier. It's pretty good, especially if you link it off with the Dark Magician. An Imduk to have an additional dragon, because we have 3 dragons, I think, total, if I'm not mistaken. And if it's made with the vanilla monster, so the Dark Magician turns into a dragon with this. And if you already have Ether Barrel or Bestial face up on the field, you can link it off into Seals. And Seals, it's absolutely insane as well. It just gives you more recursion, more extension as well. Like you can bring Mag out and have the effect to search. You can bring Dragon out, the Regenesis Dragon, and pop a card from the back row. So that's very, very good. Standard Little Knight, just in case you got hand trapped to death, you can go into something that it's a good, decent interruption still. Since we're heavy on the spells, Celine, let's just bring back Sage, and we have a couple of spellcasters here for sure. And it just also gives us access to access code. I think we used this once. It might have won us a game, I can't remember, but it did come out once, and we have a couple of different attributes in our links, so we were able to have like a couple pops to clear our opponent's field and go for game. Now in our fusions, we have Dragoon, surprisingly, using him as a super poly target, because I mean, I'm almost more than often than not guaranteed to have Dark Magician in my field, because I have a Drill Beam face down usually, and I need a vanilla in order to activate that. Or be holding, I don't know, a vanilla as well, or probably my card in my hand, but that's usually the route that I take. And if everything fails and I have super poly, like we can go into Dragoon. But didn't see it out. I think I saw it like once maybe in those duels. Super poly targets, we have Mud Dragon, pretty standard, Garura, Starving Venom, and this for mostly Blue Eyes, Chaos Star Source Dragon. TCG effect on this one is insane because you can still use the pops as opposed to as in the OCG. If you super poly this, you cannot use this as effects for some reason, but in this one you can. And then our rank 7s, we have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon for time. Like, I mean, your opponent hardly ever has an immediate out to a monster. They have to activate a couple of effects, so that already eats up about 1500 life points burnt under that. The only downside is that my 2 level 7s, well, I guess I can do both of the Dark Magicians, but our other level 7, it would either be a Cash Monster or Sage, which is our Omni Negate. And it's tough because we either have to let your opponent out this if you want to get back those monsters, or tribute it, or just remove it yourself, because since we don't have any Red Eyes monsters other than this, we can't detach any of the materials. So if it gets stuck in the field, yeah, it's going to continue to burn, but you will lose some recursion for sure. Then I used this like once, I think. I really like it, but just didn't see it a lot, just because we don't go a lot into our extra deck other than the super poly targets. The Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac. 2 free tokens and full Fiendsmith combo. Standard, the Surrender Button Typhon. I don't think we ever went into this, but I don't know, it's hit or miss on this. It's either because you're just styling, you need an emergency out, or there's just nothing else to do. But Typhon is, I don't know, I still consider it, like I said, mid, but in all honesty is good because it's a free, I mean, in combo heavy meta, it's a free extension after you have been cut off from your resources. And lastly, Chaos Angel. This came out a couple of times. It's easy to make because it does not require a tuner, and we mostly made it with darks because I don't think we have any lights to use both of the effects. Yeah, it was just darks with Dark Magician and Magician's Rod. But yeah, that is it for the extra deck. The side deck, it's pretty flexible, pretty versatile. I don't think I even have what I was playing that day, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like for me, have the Cycle Readers because there's a lot of light monsters. Let's see, you can throw in some Dragon Mines as well. I don't have them on me currently, but my Charmies of choice are Fua and Perulia. And the reason for having these on the side, and it's usually 3 and 3, is because, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a control deck. So you usually want to use these like game 2 or something, just side them out, or just depending on how it plays. Like you rather just have all your boards set up in order to just control the game. And these are always good, but not really necessary, I would say. This is not the focus of the deck. And then, of course, yeah, you can just switch it up, I guess. You can always add a talents, thrust for targets, removal, and it's just open to you. I mean, a lot of people are dropping all the malice targets. Myself, I don't think I ever play them that much, but yeah, feel free to be creative there, because like I said, you don't go much into your extra deck. You don't, depending on the matchup and your locals, is the way that you want to build your side deck, and just continue through that path of trying to control the game, because that's the whole focus. Break your opponent's board and kill them, or set up the board in a way that you can have the advantage at all times. But yep, that's it for the deck profile. We will be posting the duels pretty soon as well with this exact deck. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the duels.